What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Up, Everybody podcast. Here with my co-host, Tony Sweet T Thompson, the official fight name for Tony when he fights for the UFC in heavyweight.
Mm-hmm. Light heavyweight.
Oh, you're gonna go 205?
Yeah, 205.
Okay.
I'll make the cut.
You can do that easy.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can get down there in a few weeks for sure.
At least a few weeks.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Or
go from
like
2. What do you think? What are you weighing right now?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest, and you know we're all about transparency here on the channel. About 178
That's definitely a lot.
plus 100 pounds.
What?
270.
100? You really like 270?
It's the holidays, okay? Y'all know the deal, all right? Holidays, food, good, lots of it. Eat it, no control. Except for this guy over here.
Number 1 control. I'm probably the most controlled out of the entire family.
You gotta be.
Got to be.
I mean, that's how you make. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make your legacy. You gotta cut weight. And
Well,
fight at a.
It's Sunday right now, and I've started the weight cut process, which you guys need to check out the Technique Tuesday. I go over my weight cutting process throughout the week.
Cool video coming up for you guys in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Check that out.
So I got a lot of water to drink today, so that's why we got to get this bad boy rocking and rolling.
How much water are you drinking right now?
I've only had half a gallon.
Well, you got.
So I got to do at least 8.5 liters, so a little over 2 gallons today.
Well, that's
Drank
not too
2
bad.
gallons yesterday. Got a little over 2.5 gallons today. I got to do, and then we leave Tuesday. Sweet tea for the fight. It's fight week, man.
It is fight week.
Fight week. Talk about fights.
Talk about fights, but real
Crazy.
quick
Okay.
before we get into the fights, obviously we're in a different setup. Sorry, we're in a different setup. We're going through some technical difficulties right now with the microphones. One of them decided to hit the old pooper, so we're out here
The old
in
pooper.
our family gym's actually cafe / shop / bar area. There's actually a coffee bar right there. So if you want some coffee to get you jacked up before your training
make you some.
sessions, come by and see us. Sidekick Coffee Company.
Woo! The delicious coffee ever. Best coffee.
Exactly. So that's why we're out here shooting the cast right now in this area. Plus, this is a sponsored episode.
Yes.
WB. So real quick, let's get into the sponsorship.
Socios.com, guys. Have you guys ever heard of Socios? Sweet tea, have you ever heard of Socios?
To be honest with you, I haven't. Not until recently, but it sounds legit.
Too legit to quit. Socios.com is the world's first fan voting and rewards app.
Sounds
That's
legit.
what that bad boy is.
So in case y'all didn't know, now you do know. It's actually pretty cool. As partners with the UFC, Socios brings an innovative way for fans to interact and engage with the sport they love, including VIP access, exclusive content and giveaways, games, polls, and more.
Fan tokens empower UFC to connect with its global following by giving fans around the world the ability to influence their favorite sport, sweet tea.
Socios is also currently partnered with the majority of the NBA and moving into the NHL with the New Jersey Devils,
Oh, let's go.
NFL, the old Patriots, New England Patriots, so up there in the northeastern part of the country, and the MLS, the New England Revolution space, with many more on the horizon. So really just hitting that northeast market right now, that New England area, but they are making moves rapidly.
Yeah, so if you're a fan, guys, Socios.com is the way to go. Interact with interact with your athletes, and of course UFC guys too.
Yeah,
So,
making
boom,
that.
come chat, guys. Come hang out.
That's Socios.com, Socios.com. Now, Socios, we had to do some Googling on how to say that word, but apparently it means partner in Spanish. And so we quickly realized that it's not just like socios. You have to have the cool
Socios.
Socios. Yeah. So let us know if we're saying that correctly. Hopefully we are. But guys, again, Socios.com. Check it out. Super cool, super innovative. Awesome stuff. We appreciate you again, Socios.com, for
Thank
sponsoring
you.
this episode of the podcast during fight week. Back to the fights, WB, UFC 269. What a way to end
Nuts.
the year via main pay-per-view
Right,
cards.
because it's not over yet.
It
We
ain't
got
over
this
yet.
weekend.
It ain't over
That's
till
right.
the
Wonderboy Thompson kicks
till the
somebody in the
Wonderboy
head.
sings.
I like that.
I mean, up and down the card, it was a huge card, massive night. The early prelims started at 6. There was like 5 early prelims, 5 regular prelims. It was like crazy amount of cards. I mean, crazy amount of fights for this card. But starting off right off the bat, the very first fight of the night, not without its controversy.
Right.
Jillian Robertson, who's been up here to train a little bit before in the past with Coach Dean Thomas, really cool. What were your thoughts on the old eye gouge?
The eye poke is one of those things, like, you don't really know if it's, a hurt, like it's going to hurt, like, because it doesn't, like, for somebody like me with really sensitive eyes, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to literally put me out of business with a good old eye poke.
And she was actively, as she was getting choked out, reaching back and thumbing, trying to.
It was crazy. Like
Again,
how is that even a thing?
obvious.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
getting
like
choked. Let me eye gouge this person behind
Because
me.
obviously I don't like the position I'm in, so let me.
Cheat to get my way out. Yeah, disqualification for sure.
You think it should be like instantly cut from the UFC?
I don't know about cut from the UFC, but it should be like, all right, stop the fight. Well, I mean, obviously.
I think that's the
chill.
only reason he didn't stop the fight was because he knew, the referee knew.
She's gonna finish the
She's
show.
about to finish it. I'm going to let her finish it, get the W that way. He did, swat the hand down. I'm all for kicking her out. That's unacceptable. That's as blatant as it gets.
I mean,
Accidental eye pokes happen, but
what's his name got kicked out for for trying to sucker punch somebody? Who was it?
Paul Daly.
Paul Daly.
Yeah, he tried to sucker punch Koscheck.
Yeah, and over an eye poke, I think, right? Or a
No,
he faked it.
Yeah, it was like the fake knee.
Yeah, that's right.
Where Koscheck got kneed in the bangs. And
Yeah,
got
and
knocked
just,
out. That's one vicious knee by Daly.
But lost all disrespect. That's very disrespectful. To try and not get choked out by, in front of the entire world, reach back and try and poke her in the eye.
Yeah, just tap. That's called tap. You just tap. You lose by tapping, not by eye gouging. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But that was the start to the night. A couple fights later, Ryan Hall, Derek Minner, thoughts go.
Ryan Hall, the Wizard, he came back after getting knocked out on the same card as me when I fought Burns. We both lost that night. But came back and did work, man. Ryan Hall is always in my eyes will be the Wizard. The guy's phenomenal. He came back just kicking some butt after that last loss.
And he got hit with some shots, but he
did.
was able to weather it and continue to do his wizardry. A lot of grappling control. Minner was no slouch. Obviously, he was able to fight off submissions, but you never know how somebody's going to return after a vicious loss.
Yeah.
And he returned it in his wizardry ways against Derek Minner and got the W. So
And Ryan's tough, man.
Good to see that.
It's going to take a lot to actually put him out for sure.
Yep, for sure. So good to see that. Now moving on to the prelims. That was the early prelims, a few fights there. Now we got the regular prelims, which was stacked as well. First up, Tai Tuivasa versus Augusto Sakai.
First round, baby.
Second round.
Oh, was it second round?
It was like 26 seconds into the second round.
Oh, I was thinking first round for some reason. There was a first
It's
round.
okay. You don't have a lot of food or brain power going on right now.
That's right. The weight cutting process
The
is already
fight
starting to get to
before
me.
that ended in the first round.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Tuivasa is the man, dude. I feel like watching him, he just gets more and more loose skin every time I see him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's losing weight and just kind of looked loose because when he was dancing, like every picture UFC took of him, it's like his skin was like stretched for some reason. It was weird
It's
looking.
his power, man. He uses it to get the weight. I know how that is.
Yeah. He uses the weight of his belly to get power in his punches.
Whip his punches around.
Yeah.
But it was awesome to see that. He did a little more grappling in the first round with Augusto against the cage, kind of keeping him there, a little more than you're typically prone to seeing Tuivasa to do. And then he was like, listen, I got no more in the tank. I got to get this fight over with quick. I'm going to pick it up right here and 20 seconds into the second round.
Took him out.
Sleeps him. I mean, crumbles Augusto, hits him with just a flurry of bombs. I'm a big Tuivasa fan. Not a big fan of the shoey. Like, personally, I'm not going to shoey.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shoey anything.
Now, I wonder if he's got a plan with somebody in the crowd.
Well,
Like, this
he
is my
knew.
shoe.
He hopped up there.
Yeah, he was like he
And
knew
then
to go
whoop,
to.
And then he got a beer, too. I don't even know where he got the beer from.
Yeah, somebody just threw a can of beer up there. So that's what makes me believe it was planned.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an old shoe of his. But I have seen him take some money in the
He did it on the
crowds.
way out.
Yeah, he did it again?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they ain't doing it.
There was one guy they were showing in the. There was two guys. One guy was going baller. I mean, he dumped the beer in, and then he dumped the beer into his mouth, and was probably like, "Dang, I probably shouldn't be drinking this," and then let the rest of it
Just come down my body.
go all over him.
Or
and then
he was just
Ariel
like, all right, this
Helwani
smells. I can actually taste the smell of this.
taste the
feet.
smell of this foot, and then Ariel Helwani was like, "That guy's really gonna regret his decision when he remembers that there's 5 hours left of this card. He's got to be in there covered in beer. That's disgusting." And then they showed another guy who was like just the whitest dude ever. He had a shoe and a beer, and you can tell the UFC thought he was gonna do the shoey.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm not doing the shoey. It's for him. Like, he immediately was like, nah, I'm not about that shoey life. So he kind of punked out a little bit. If the UFC shines a camera on me, whether
You
I'm doing the
gotta
shoey or not, I'm doing it. That's your claim to fame, bro.
Yeah.
And he just
The world's eye is on you, and you have a shoe.
he literally
and a
was
beer.
like, I'm
No,
not doing it.
No, not doing it. That was, he could have been famous.
He could have, maybe. So moving on, Pedro Munoz, Dominic Cruz. What a fight!
Dominant looked dominated out there. Well,
Except for the first round.
He dominated. Yeah, well, the first round was, but he did good. I mean, that's the old Dominic Cruz you used to seeing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
movement, the awkwardness of him. He was landing some shots, and he got better as the fight went on.
He definitely did. One thing is for sure, you do not want to get into a slugfest
No.
with Munoz. And in the
You do
first
not.
round, kind of did that a little bit, and obviously almost
Almost got knocked out.
got knocked out. But there he is, another win.
Yeah.
And the Dominic Cruz column there.
That hats off to. It's been forever since he's fought.
Well, the last time he fought Casey Kinney with the awkward call out.
Yeah, but that's right. But how long ago was that? Was that this year?
I don't remember. I think it was earlier this year, yeah.
Huh.
Twice in a year is big time for him. Big time for the Dominator.
The Dominator.
Let's just double check on when that was. He beat Casey Kinney in March 6th.
Oh, okay. So coming up on close to a year.
Yep.
Coming up on close to a year. So yeah, he did awesome.
I mean, you know.
I thought he did good. Hats off to Dominant, and I had him winning.
Yeah.
I should have bet. Should have won it on
Should've.
DraftKings this fight because I did pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you didn't, so.
Yeah.
Before that, he was coming off of back-to-back losses to Cejudo and Garbrandt.
That's
and then
right.
he beat Casey Kinney, had the awkward call-out. Now he is back in the W. That's 2 wins in a row for him. He's still dominating. The Dominator is dominating. Main event.
Yep. I'm
Bro,
with you.
You're not. You're texting.
I'm with
me.
you. I just didn't want him to come here. So, got to get the whole haircut before you head out. You know what I mean? Got to make sure he's going to the right spot.
Main event of the prelims was Josh Emmett versus Dan Ige. I had Ige winning. I thought he was able to outwork Josh Emmett, but I definitely didn't have Emmett with a 30-27.
I didn't either. Like, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
I mean, landed some big shots, but I had Ige winning that fight for sure. I thought he was just
2 of the rounds were definitely close, and
Yeah.
I gave it to Ige because first round was clearly, in my opinion, an Emmett round. 2 and 3, Ige kind
Ige
of
for
started
sure.
coming back.
I thought it was for sure Ige was going to win it.
Yeah.
Like after watching it, I was like, "Yep, Ige got it."
I could have been
Nope.
chill with the 29-28, but the 30-27 was just nuts for me.
Yeah.
Now,
Come on now.
main card. And we're kind of moving through this pretty quickly because WB, again, he's starting the weight cut today. Day 1 of weight cut.
Mouth is dry right now.
He should be chugging water, and he's not. Exactly. So
Water.
it's not going to be as long as the ones in the past, but we just appreciate you guys for hanging out
Yeah,
with us.
man.
And
And I'm here. We Tony was like, let's not even do it because your weight cut. I was like, nah, bro, we got to do this for the fans. So.
Come on, guys. I'd have been here by myself.
Nope. He would
I'd have been me and you in this edition of the podcast. So, were you touching my gat? You don't even know how to work it.
Bro, I am working it. Look at this.
No, you're not. You can't even do He has no idea how to use my technology.
I don't know.
I'm never going to teach him because I can't be non-essential. You know what I mean?
Dude, we gotta do first. Look at that. What the heck, dude?
See?
I can't move that fast.
All right, here we go.
Are we moving to main card?
Main card, because we're going to be spending some time on these fights.
First off,
up,
wait. How many fights were there last night? I feel like there was like 40 fights.
5 on the main card. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 on the prelims, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the
13. That's a lot for the UFC, right? Or is that normal?
It averages 11 to 12 fights a card, so that was about
one
normal.
extra. Okay.
Yeah.
It just seemed like forever.
Yeah, it did.
The fight lasted forever.
So yeah, what was it? 14 fights?
Yeah. 13. 13,
14.
14.
Yeah, 14. I think.
Oh, okay.
5, 4, and 5.
I just can't do math, which is why I'm a fighter.
That's right. Maybe I'm wrong too.
You don't have to add or subtract to fight.
No, you don't. First fight of the night. We called this one.
Dude.
Another sugar show. Sean O'Malley, Holly and Paiva. Now I got to say, when Paiva came out, I was like, man, he's looking pretty confident.
Yeah.
He looks like he can go out there and do some dammy.
But he didn't.
But he didn't. He did the opposite of dammy.
He took the dammy.
He did.
You watch your
He
language.
took the
You watch your
dammy
mouth.
to the skull, man. He was just O'Malley's big, man. He's big for the division, and you can tell. He just looked like they would throw jabs at the same time, and O'Malley's would hit, and Paiva's wouldn't, and
longer.
he just really couldn't get on the inside of O'Malley, and
O'Malley's distance management is far superior than a lot of those guys in that division, and I think that's why he should be facing off against somebody. Give him somebody in the top 10 next.
Well, people were asking Dana White before the fight. They were like, "What do you say about O'Malley?" And they're like, "Listen, guys, chill. He lost to Marlon Vera 2 fights ago. Y'all
But
are
that
trying
was
to
from the
throw him
low
to the
calf kick,
wolves."
though. You know what I mean? That there was a lot in play. Like it would have been a great fight for sure if he didn't get that low calf kick, but could have possibly won it.
It'd have been a good fight. It'd have been a dog fight.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it was the low calf kick that I mean, obviously he did damage, but still, I thought it would have been a better fight if he didn't take that shot.
At least give him somebody in the top 15.
He did. He's number 15.
Well, they took it off. It's like not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
So they fixed it.
They just did that on purpose for this fight.
So, but O'Malley even said he's not interested in fighting ranked opponents.
He's just making bank, I guess, fighting these guys.
Or he's just getting through his contract fighting these guys. And like he said, he's all about the fame and the fortune. Maybe he just wants to stay unranked and never just be undefeated in the UFC, but never win a championship and just get millions of followers.
Like, what makes this dude so popular then? If he's not trying to go for the title, is it just his persona?
I think his persona a little bit, but also he starches everybody.
Yeah.
And who wouldn't? Regardless of who you're fighting, people get excited about knockouts. You could be knocking out, freaking Jimmy Neutron from down the street. People are going to watch it.
Jimmy Neutron? What made you think of Jimmy Neutron?
I don't know. I used to watch that show growing up.
I used to watch the movie.
Yeah, with the aliens.
Yeah. Jimmy Neutron.
Me too. So, people want to tune in to see him KO somebody. And he does, basically every time. Except
Knocks
for
him out.
Marlon Chito Vera.
Who we got next, Sweet T?
Cody Garbrandt, Kai Kara France.
Oh, man.
Now, go ahead.
I kind of felt this one coming. Same thing happened to TJ Dillashaw when he went down to 125.
But he went down to 25 for that one fight. So it was like a quick, let me drop down, fight this. He wasn't planning on staying there.
But he's not supposed to be there, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that come into play when you're dropping that much weight, getting down to a new weight class. I mean, it's different going up, but when you're going down and just depleting your body in such a short period of time.
Well, they say it took 7 months to get there. It was a 7-month process to get down there.
That's terrible on your body, I feel. How much?
Well, he had doctors and stuff. Who knows what really went into it? I feel like he definitely took the right approach in dropping a weight class. He didn't just all right, this one fight I fought, at this weight class. My next fight, I'm just going to go to this weight class.
Yeah.
As soon as the Rob Font fight ended, he was already working on dropping to 125, and he was with the doctor and helping him there. So I thought, okay, maybe he did it the right way. And maybe it had nothing to do with the weight cut. He took a overhand right bomb from Kai Kara France to the chin. It doesn't matter if your weight cut went well or not. You're
going to be put out.
Going to be feeling that shot. I mean, it was straight through the guard, right to Cody's chin. And the fact that he didn't go to sleep immediately right there is kind of a testament. So it was it was funny because, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, his chin's, everybody talks about Cody not having a chin. How it is kind of sketch. And he does get hit a lot, but he does get in those little flurries where he's dropping his hands and doing all that nonsense. But I don't feel like he kept his composure pretty well up until he got knocked out. Mm-hmm. So he was doing, he wasn't trying to get in those crazy wars. Yeah, where you just drop your hands and swing over the fences.
It was great because people were tweeting, his chin is shot, and then Kenny Florian had a great tweet. He was like, I love how people are saying when somebody takes a overhand bomb straight to the chin and gets dropped, it's because his chin is shot and not because it was from a professional fighter who's been doing this his whole life. And
well, that's what they said about me when I got knocked out. And it wasn't a big bomb. Yeah, it was a Superman punch, but still, it was just, I've taken harder shots.
Yeah.
And it was just right. When it's right on the button, there's nothing you can do.
When you're getting punched, even a normal person, if you're going to just get punched in the face by a human who has some amount of strength, you're going to get rocked.
Yeah.
For the most part, regardless of who you are. So is his chin shot? The only reason you can argue that is because he has been getting dropped in a lot of his fights. But
you got to remember all the guys he's facing too. He's fighting professional guys.
Professional fighters.
I feel like before you tweet something like that, you should get punched in the face first.
Yeah.
Your chin shot. Well, let me punch you in the face.
Perfectly
or in the jaw,
on the chin.
And see if you can do it.
Yeah, and see if you can. And then we'll.
Yeah.
Then you can be like, yeah, man, is chin shot or not?
Yeah.
So, tough spot for Cody.
Yeah,
he's on quite the skid. I know he won 2 fights ago when he had that crazy KO of Rafael Assunção.
That was nuts.
But let's check out his record before that just to kind of get an eyeball. Let's see. He lost to Rob Font.
Yep.
He beat Assunção. He got knocked out by Munoz. Knocked out by Dillashaw twice.
Oh, yeah.
Beat by Dominic. No, he beat Dominic Cruz. So he had 3 KO losses in a row. Beat Assunção. And then lost to Font, and then got knocked out again.
He's been knocked, yeah.
He's
kind of off and on, kind of back and forth.
You don't know. What do you do from there? I don't know.
Does he go back to 135? Did he stay at 125?
Depends. I don't know. If he feels like that he got dropped and it had to do with his weight cut, then you need to go up. But if he's like, you know what, he just caught me with a clean shot and it is what it is, then see who else you can fight at 125.
Right.
I mean, he dove in there with Kai Kara France. That dude's no slouch.
No.
He's as tough as they
beast.
Come at flyweight. So
I'll let us see you do that, Tony.
Fight at flyweight? My right leg could fight at flyweight. I haven't been 125 pounds since grade 5.
Yeah, you were a pretty big boy.
Yeah, I was growing. I'm growing, boy.
Still growing.
Still growing. Moving on, Jeff Neal, Ponzinibio.
Jeff Neal, Ponzinibio.
First off, we did videos on Sean O'Malley and Jeff Neal, and we called both of these guys.
Oh, I did.
So, we oftentimes we suck at our picks, but sometimes we don't.
I feel like I suck at it when I'm not doing something with the channel. If I'm just picking, terrible. Like I'll be out with some friends. Like, Steven, who you got winning? Oh, I got this guy winning. Gets knocked out immediately. Okay, sorry. But I'll put some thought into it. I think we do okay.
Yeah. So
Jeff Neal came out with a win, and he won exactly how we thought he was going to win. We even talked about it. It was his movement, I think, that played the big part. I feel like he could have finished him. He could have put a little bit more oomph or
A bit more
aggressiveness, I guess.
A little more of that killer instinct.
Yeah.
But you got to think about a man in his shoes as well. He's fighting a KO artist in Ponzinibio, and he had just lost 2 fights in a row.
Right.
Everybody knows that third loss in a row, that's like 3 strikes, you're out for the UFC. So his main goal is like, let me get back in that win column. Let me just survive, get the W, and then I can have confidence going into my next fight.
Yeah.
So maybe that was his mindset.
He looked good. Or maybe it was way of him conserving energy as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the thing that happened a week previously, him getting arrested. You know, I don't know how long he was in jail.
Just
Just that night. Oh, he's probably back training the next day then.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he looked good. He looked crisp. He looked, as always,
technical,
very technical, and just outpointed Ponzinibio.
Had him hurt a few times. You can definitely tell he was fatigued for sure, but he was the fresher fighter of the two. Ponzinibio was starting to gas. Ponzinibio had his moments as well. I definitely agree with the split decision. You know, I can see how it could have gone either way. But I don't think Neal won 30-27 again. I know I'm pretty sure one of the judges gave him 30-27, but
yeah.
He did enough to win. He beat a ranked guy. He's still in there, and we'll see if we can get back on his winning ways.
What is he ranked right now?
Neal at the time of the fight was 12, and
Okay.
Ponzinibio was 14, I believe.
Gotcha. So hats off to my man Jeff Neal. Like to see him still doing well, man, especially after those 2 losses. So getting back in that winning bracket. Upset of, I don't know, the last 5 years.
Yeah, people are like, this is the biggest upset of all time. And then,
you know
I'm like, you got Sarah upsetting the greatest of all time, George St. Pierre. And then you have Holly Holm upsetting Ronda Rousey, who at that moment in time was the most untouchable woman.
That was the biggest, I think.
So, I mean, Amanda Nunes is great. She's solid. But up until Holly Holm beating Ronda Rousey hadn't been like touched.
Yeah.
Right? She was undefeated. Like she was.
And was beating everybody just hands down. Wasn't never in a close fight. She was submitting or knocking dudes out, knocking women out.
And then Holly Holm goes in there and just didn't even belong in there. Ronda Rousey with Holly Holm.
That was a bigger upset, I think. But
nonetheless,
as dominant as Amanda Nunes has been, and how she's
against
been
Cyborg,
right?
Jermaine Durandamy, she even beat Shevchenko. It was really close, but Megan Anderson, Felicia Spencer, she's been beating people at 135, at 145. So she is the modern era female GOAT. And then Juliana Pena, man. What did you see in that fight between the two? Was it Juliana Pena who impressed you, or was it Amanda Nunes who failed to impress? Does that mean?
I think it was Pena. The thing is, when you're facing off against and you step out and you see people who fight Nunes, it's almost like they go out there just to survive, right? You see it in fights, they just, I don't know, they look like, to me, they go out there to try and survive. And Pena wasn't having that. She was going to go out there and try and finish it one way or the other. Getting the takedown, getting the choke, winning a lot of the striking exchanges. She was game, man. She was like coming forward the whole time when it's normally the other way around. Mm-hmm. So as Pena, I think that impressed me the most. There was a little hint there of Amanda kind of like, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
kind of got that vibe a little bit. I got the Amanda Nunes, I'm the GOAT vibe.
Yeah.
And it's hard to not get that mindset. Like, that's what makes the dominance of Anderson Silva and GSP so
great
is that like night after night, you have to find that motivation to continue to train as hard as possible and be the best as possible.
Because you've already made it.
Because you're already there and you've been there 13,
14 fights or something like that.
Yeah, whatever their defense is. 10 in Amanda Nunes, this was her 6th defense, I think just at bantamweight or something like that. I forgot what they said, but you got people telling you the GOAT, you've been crushing Cyborg, you've been knocking everybody out, submitting people, nobody's been able to touch you. And the reason I say that is because the first fight, that was scheduled between Amanda and Pena. Pena was like, yeah, I knew she wasn't going to fight me. Be ready because, 2 weeks I saw her on her Instagram eating birthday cake and just being real lax about it. And then all of a sudden she had that sinus infection, so she couldn't fight. So it's like, is she really training?
Yeah. Does she still have that drive like you were talking about to defend the title and to just keep going? Just keep going because, it's better. A great problem to have. I haven't been there yet. So, it was, even though Pena impressed me a lot, I did see that kind of like, I'm kind of here from Amanda.
She just looked kind of lethargic.
Yeah.
She wasn't as technical as she has been. She was swinging. She was opting to do the double face jab where, like, I'm jabbing you in the face, but you're also jabbing me. So, like, let's continue to do that. There was no, let me slip it and try to land mine. It was just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she was just kind of there. And I think Poirier had a great quote, and they did they showed his interview during the fights, and he was like, if you don't continue to be a student of the game, 100%. Then you're going to get burnt out. You have to, if you want to last long in MMA, you got to continue to be a student of the game, and you have to humble yourself and understand, like, I still have ways that I can improve, because if you have the mindset of, I'm the champ, I'm the best, I don't need to do this, then you're eventually going to get caught.
Yeah, you're just looking to retain the title and not become a better person or a better martial artist.
Yeah, and that can only motivate you for so long.
Right, the martial arts of life has got to be a part of you if you're going to continue to do that at that level. 100%.
Yeah. So, hats off to Juliana Pena, the new woman's bantamweight. Now, if I'm Shevchenko, I'm like, shoot.
Let's do it.
I'm going up there. I'm getting that 35-pound belt. That's
next. You think she gets an immediate rematch?
Definitely.
Nunes?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think she takes it.
Yeah.
I think she's going to come back
more
motivated. I don't know. Actually. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know I was quick to say that, but now I'm like, I don't know, because Pena is a beast. But you're definitely, I feel like, going to see a more motivated Nunes if she decides to go out there and, like, I want that belt back.
Yeah. There won't be I don't know. You can't really say that.
Yeah, just forget everything that we're trying to say.
Just don't even listen to us right now, guys.
But listen to us at the same time.
Support the channel.
So, yeah.
Hats off to Pena. Congratulations, sister.
Absolutely.
We got to get some more sushi again, okay?
Yeah, we did. We got old sushi out in Singapore. It was like real sushi. It was like disgusting.
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
It was like real. I'm used to that American sushi. That was like real sushi, and it was like, bruh, this is too real for me.
There was no
way too
soy
real
sauce.
for me.
Yeah, super fishy.
Yeah,
no soy sauce.
You can't have sushi without soy sauce, bro. Mm-hmm. And I don't care what you say about it. Last fight of the night: Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier again. Another one.
I hated to see it. I didn't. We got this one wrong.
Yeah.
Well, our pick was definitely Dustin. Number one, he's been crushing people, obviously. He's fought some of the best guys in the division, and he's just been on a roll. And I wanted to see him get the title because just everything he's gone through. You know, he's gotten right there.
Every time, dude.
Every time. And just didn't get it. Now, I wouldn't say give up on it, man, because I feel like he can still get it back. Win one or two fights and fight for it again. But Charles Oliveira, man, what in the world? He looked good.
The dude has absolutely made a flip.
Yeah, like I saw a thing on Instagram. Once he got his teeth fixed, he's been on a roll.
Yeah, dude.
He got that dental work done. He's been on a roll.
All it takes is that confidence, man. MMA is a mental game, and that's all he needed. He's like, bro, I can't win these fights because my teeth aren't perfect.
Right.
And once he got those fixed, it was like,
I got smiles all day. Nothing can hold me back.
What did
these pearly whites?
What did you see in that fight? Like, what was your thoughts on that fight? Like, between Oliveira, how he looked, Poirier, how he looked. What was your?
They both looked good. I thought. I think he just got man.
I think
he just got.
I think Poirier was in his own head too much.
You think so?
I mean, he literally opted to. Was it the second round? I believe it was the second round. He opted to stay on his back. Like his main thought. It wasn't let me go out there and beat this dude up. It wasn't let me work my skills. He literally said it that his main thought was to not give his back up. Like all he wanted to do was just not give his back up. And whenever you have that mindset of, I have to stop them from doing this to me versus I'm going to go just do my thing, you tend to not perform as well as you can.
100.
Or you make like different mistakes that you wouldn't normally make. I'm not saying Poirier didn't perform. I mean, the dude, he rocked Oliveira multiple times.
Yeah.
He was at a pace that was just like incredible the first round. And who isn't scared of Oliveira getting their backs at this point? The dude's a submission artist.
I've been there. My last fight, especially, all I was worried about was not getting taken down, and what happened?
I
got taken down
3 times.
I mean, you have to go that far, but I mean, we've all seen it. We all seen it. I gotten taken down, and that was my mindset. Just don't get taken down. Instead, I should have been thinking, what combination am I going to throw now? How am I going to put this foot upside his head? I'm coming to you.
Yeah, just taking the fight, man. Taking the fight to them. You saw it when Megan Anderson fought with Nunes. Like you said, everybody who fights Nunes, it's like, let me just try and not get knocked out. Instead of, let me go out there, do what I'm good at. Let me go have fun. Let me go try and get this W.
That does affect you, and you've seen that in a lot of fights, like you mentioned. So you think that was Dustin then? Dustin thinks that was him.
Yeah, he said it. He was like, man, honestly, I just don't. Because it happened in the Khabib fight. And he said it in an interview. He was like, man, if I had just stayed more patient in that moment, would he have not been able to submit me? So he had that playing in his mind. Let me just stay patient. That's why in the second round, he was like, let me just stay on my back in a closed guard. I don't want him to advance. I didn't want him to get somewhere sneaky and catch me. And
which he can do that.
Yep. And he was like, I just don't want to give him my back. I don't want to give him my back. And then Oliveira, he had that clean right hand, slipped behind him, took his back. And it was super early in the round. Man.
It's almost like you think about it so much that it just manifests. Like it just happens. I didn't want to get taken down and controlled. I got taken down and controlled. Dustin didn't want to get his back taken.
Got his back
taken.
That's rough. I remember the thing that changed my mind playing football growing up. I was like terrified of getting hit hard. So I would like shy away from contact because I didn't want to get hit hard. And then one day mom was just like, she looked at me and she was like, if you don't want to get hit hard, you need to hit them hard. Like you need to be the one that takes it to them. And literally it was like that same day. I got partnered up. We were doing angle tackling drills with like the biggest, baddest dude on the team. And I was like, here I go. I'm just going to smoke him as hard as I can. No technique. I'm just going to take it to him. We ran into each other, boom, and immediately afterwards, he was like, hell yeah, good hit. He was like dapping me up and stuff, and immediately I was just laying dudes out for the rest of my life, bro.
Yeah, it's that mindset, man. It's the mindset. The mind, it has a lot of power over you, or it doesn't.
It has all the power over you, I guess, man.
Yeah,
but anyways, UFC 269 recap, awesome crazy card. It was amazing. We got one fight left, WB. You step out there this weekend. Any final thoughts before you get into the cage and make that walk and do that thing? And
all the preparation, everything that I've been doing this camp, it's coming down to an end. All I do now is throughout the week get a little break in the sweat, a little workout in. But the preparation's over, man. And I feel like this camp, it's been an awesome camp. I've been motivated to come in and train. There hasn't been any time where I'm like, I just don't want to go in today. It has been all positive vibes. And having Chris here as well, I think is a big boost of confidence as well. I didn't have him my last camp, as you know. He was, suffering that leg injury. So I've had Chris here in helping me get ready for this fight too. It's just go time, getting the weight down, and as of right now, my weight's coming off amazingly, easy. So I weighed this morning 185.6, and I usually show up. Today's Sunday, by the way, guys. I usually show up on Tuesday in Vegas weighing 185. So I think it's going to be an easy cut.
Good, and that's obviously huge on the mental.
It is, man, because having a bad weight cut or just cutting weight period is terrible. That Thursday night, I feel like it's just worse than the fight itself.
It's a shame that this has to happen.
I know, I can't stand it. I wish there was just a way that you could just weigh yourself before you step out there. Like right when you walk out, you weigh.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't make weight, your opponent gets half your purse. Half of it. to make sure your own way. You know what I mean? I wish that was the way it goes, but it's not. I live in the world, and I got to do it. Got to do what I got to do. It doesn't get easier the older you get either, but it is what it is.
That's right.
I'm ready to go out there and do some work, man. Bilal Muhammad, tough opponent. He's going to be ready to throw down, and I'm ready for his best. I'm ready for it.
Good to hear, man. Well, I'll be tuning in from home because we're doing it at the Apex, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I like the Apex, but still, I would rather be in a massive arena.
Full of fans.
And the excitement and just, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. But anyways, guys, there you have it. Pre-fight episode. Don't forget to check out the Socios app, socios.com. Socios.com. Get some awesome stuff. Fan voting, rewards app. Really cool stuff. And don't forget to tune in this Saturday night, WB, UFC Vegas 45, the final card of the year.
The last co-main event of 2021.
2020, yep. Main evented by Chris Dawkins. One of the, I think there's two Dawkises, the heavyweight Dawkins and Black Beast, Derek Lewis. Going to be a great night of fights. And hopefully we'll see y'all next week.
With the W, baby.
Let's
Catch
go.
you guys later, man. Sweet T, high five me up, dude. Love you, dog.
Love you, man.